What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo. Just in case you did not know, so we're back for arguably the game of the day as BYU is going to take on Texas Tech. That is ranked 7 BYU taking on Texas Tech, rank 8. A lot of implications on the line. Texas Tech, they're staring down the barrel of, hey, we want to get not just to the college football playoff, but we got to get to that Big 12 championship game. And they do that by beating BYU here today. Undefeated BYU, mind you. Undefeated. Kirito, I know you're hype, bro. I know you're hype. You're feeling it. I'm about to put a poll up in the chat. Who do you got? BYU? Texas Tech. This is in Lubbock. Surprised you're not at the game, Kirito. Maybe you are. Maybe you are. If you are on the YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you are on the X, give me a heart. I think that's how you like things, right? With a nice heart. But I'm going to go over some of my best bets of the day. I'm just setting up my viewing experience before we get to that. Here we go. All right, there it is. Perfect. All right, I'm going to go grab my coffee. I'll go over some of my best bets of the day, and I'm going to just go over this one real quick. Currently, Texas Tech has been bet up to minus 13.5. It started at either minus 9 or minus 10.5. Very similar to when Mississippi State, they were like minus 14.5 against Texas A&M. It went up to like, I think as high as like, or no, they were plus, excuse me. Mississippi State plus 14.5. They went up to plus 19.5, I believe. So this is making it look like, oh man, maybe I should take BYU in the points. I'm scared we might have a butt whooping on our hands. Plus, I never, ever, never bet BYU. I always lose betting BYU, whether it's for BYU, against BYU. I lose when I bet on BYU games. So best believe I'm not betting this BYU game. But I will go over some of my best bets. I got some of Gojo's favorite bets for this morning. We will be streaming Missouri, Texas A&M. I'll have another slew of Gojo's picks for you right after this game. But I'll go over a lot of my best bets today. Again, hey, if you're betting, bet responsibly, bet within your means. It should be a hobby. It should be for fun. It adds a little stank in your viewing experience. Let me get my coffee. Oh, buddy, it's almost hot cocoa season. Almost. Not quite. All right. Some of my favorite bets, and then I'll get to the chat. Oh, all right. So I'm intrigued with Penn State, Indiana State. Indiana's been pounding teams regardless if they're at home or on the road. So taking Indiana minus 13.5, I wouldn't blame you. I feel like Penn State may have had its last hoorah last week in the first half against Ohio State. So I kind of like Indiana minus 13.5. I wish I bet it more places. I love Mississippi State plus 10.5. You could bet them at plus 9.5. If you want to get that 10-point spread, you may bet them up a point. But Mississippi State has played close games. They've really only got blown out against what? Texas A&M, the ones one of the unfortunate times I bet them. But they've been a covering machine this year. Georgia, by their standards, not all that impressive. I'm not touching BYU, Texas Tech. Let's see. I will say Purdue, if Ohio State wasn't just to grind you out, beat the crap out of you, this Purdue minus 29 and a half, or I guess they would be Purdue plus 29 and a half, is nice. Oh, man, you just, I'm just done betting Lane Kiffin in non-conference games. And I mean, dude, minus 51 and a half is such a ludicrous number. I don't want to touch it. I do love Missouri State in this spot. Missouri State plus 7.5. Liberty, haven't really blown anyone out this year. Missouri State's done nothing but play close games. I think Missouri State not only can cover, but has a shot to win this game. Let's see. Oh, man, we're scrolling for a while. I'm not going to be betting Texas A&M, Missouri. I don't really know what to expect from Missouri and a freshman quarterback. Those are two really good defenses, if anything. I look at the under here. I know 48 and a half. That's pretty low by college football standards, but these are two really good defenses, especially Missouri. A&M, very scary defensive front. I love the under in the Oregon Iowa game. Let me check and confirm. Do we still got rain for Iowa Oregon? And I typically don't like betting over and unders, but let's see. Iowa Oregon weather. See, it's a chance of rain is 100%. It's wet. We got mile wind gusts up to 5 to 20 miles per hour. It'll be in the low 40s, high 30s. Yeah, give me under 41 and a half. Golly. Miami, I get it. Syracuse isn't good. The starting quarterback goes down really early in the year. It was in that Clemson game too, I believe. I don't believe in Miami. That's big. I don't think I would touch that. If anything, this 46 and a half kind of intrigues me. Let's see. I like Kansas. I like betting Kansas. I haven't been necessarily, I've been 50-50 on Kansas this year in terms of when I bet them. But I like them plus 4.5 against Arizona with a chance to win, honestly. This is at home for Arizona. It will be an early game, early start for them, though. Some people like Auburn plus 6.5 against Vandy. I'm not touching it. I love Washington minus 10.5 against Wisconsin. Wisconsin's bad. Washington's good. It's as simple as that. Let's see. Some people like taking Florida State money line against Clemson. Clemson's a 1.5 point favorite. I believe Clemson hasn't beat a Power 4 team at home in a little bit, maybe even a conference game. I don't know. I have to go look in that, but yeah, I'm not touching it. If anything, I would take the under in this game. I think these teams could maybe underperform. We get a game where it's like 27-24, something like that. I like Alabama at home to win by double digits. I would bet it down to 9.5, but LSU could come in with some vigor with, was it Frank Wilson, who's the interim coach, by the way? But yeah, no, I like Alabama to cover that. Notre Dame, I love Notre Dame, 27.5, minus 27.5 against Navy. They're going to blow them out. They've blown them out the last two meetings. I like Nebraska on the money line here. Oh, Nebraska's now the favorite. I bet them when UCLA was the favorite. But yeah, no, I like Nebraska here against UCLA. UCLA has one of the worst. I know Rayola's out, but UCLA has one of the worst rush defenses in the league. I think when they hand Ernest Johnson the ball, they win games. I think they're 3-1, 4-1 when he gets the ball 20 or more times. No backup quarterback in today. He should get the ball a lot. And I believe, yep, there are my plays for the week. Now it's time to get back to the chat. I got to find this BYU game real quick. There it is. That was super easy. Live on ABC. Scroll this sucker. All right. Eric Drew getting suspended was complete bullcrap. It's storyline. It's fun in games. Kirdo says, no, I would have had to camp out. Oh, you would have to camp out overnight. That's fair. Greg, good morning, Broshmo. I am looking to some upsets in the college rankings after USC win last night. Yeah, USC minus 11.5 was nice. How's your dog making picks? Does he bark or growl? Which team he likes? Oh, he just sends it to me over text. It is hot cocoa season. A&M blowing out Missouri. It's at Missouri. Don't sleep on Missouri, man. By the way, I'm so lucky I have Disney and YouTube TV. Would have been pissed if I didn't have Disney and lost ESPN for literally the biggest game in Texas Tech history. I just have Hulu Live. I got the bundle where I get ESPN and Disney. So, and what's good, Tulip? How are you? Hopefully you're having a good game. Dude, I'm psyched for this game. Psyched for this. It's going to be a blast. Let's go over some of the games that transpired over the week. All right, let's start with Tuesday. UMass, they remain winless in conference play. They get blasted by Akron 44-10. Ohio edges out Miami, Ohio 20-24. Ball State beats Kent State 17-13. Toledo, they blast Northern Illinois 42-3. Somebody hire, what is it, Joe Candle? Who's Toledo's head coach? Toledo head football coach. Jason Candle. I knew it was a freaking J. Jason Candle. Going to Thursday. You got Georgia Southern edging out App State 25-23. South Florida blasts UTSA 55-23. Fun game last night because we had Makai Lemon went off, Keen Miller. We got Mayava had the interception and then he forced the fumble touchback, right? Freaking wild. Just insane. They beat Northwestern, okay Northwestern team 38-17. Houston, they get it done. They win 30-27. They remain only a 2-loss squad. And Tulane pulls it out. The American, the AAC is eating themselves alive. I believe North Texas is your current front runner. Tulane beating Memphis, in Memphis, by the way. That's the thing, dude. Memphis getting all these home games in conference play. I mean, shoot, they're going to get Navy in conference play, or they're going to get Navy at home. They were able to beat South Florida at home. They couldn't do it against Tulane. Too many good teams. But, I mean, they had a great advantage. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the stand-ins. Memphis basically took themselves out of it. Oh, dude, ECU is still in it with only one loss in conference? That's nuts. But right now, you got South Florida, North Texas. I guess South Florida has the win over North Texas. Only one loss in conference. Tulane's one loss in conference was kind of unexpected, right? Was it UTSA? It was UTSA. They got blown out too. Navy again. You look at that Memphis game for Navy. Oh, but they do have South Florida after this, so it's not looking promising for Navy. We might get a rematch of North Texas, South Florida. That'll probably decide who's the 12th seed in the college football playoff. They will not play each other. Tech game just started. I'm still at commercial. So, do you think UCLA has a chance to win their game? Absolutely. That's why it's such a close spread. Initially, it was UCLA -1.5, and now that number has shifted over the last 20 minutes to Nebraska -1.5. Just for you, Prisma. Tulip, I was looking at the preseason draft boards. All the top quarterbacks have terrible seasons and vice versa. Yep. It's typically how it goes. To be fair, I didn't watch Dante Moore or Ty Simpson head into the year because, well, they really had no starts to speak of. So unless I wanted to go all the way back to Dante Moore UCLA tape. Not Ty Simpson. Fernando Mendoza was my QB 11 entering the year. It was just like, dude, his decision making needs to get so much better, and it has. It truly, truly has. But yeah, Lenore Sellers looks like he's probably going to go back, transfer, maybe to Miami. Ooh, who knows? I mean, maybe go the Cam Ward route, right? Arch is trending in the right direction, but he was never a realistic quarterback prospect for this class just because, I mean, look at his family. They like starts. So it always felt like he was going to return to Texas after this year. Cade Klubnik, man, I think he's been okay this year, but kind of needed phenomenal, and that whole Clemson team's been a letdown. Garrett Nussmeier has been dealing with injuries, so yeah. But I mean, a guy that's a little slender probably shouldn't be a first rounder anyway. But you were hoping to see the gunslinging come into more of effect and the decision making get a little bit better. The decision making has not gotten better, but a guy that's had to put the team on his back. All right, bro. You don't, Kirito, you don't have the game. Oh, dude, don't say that. That's sad, dude. That's sad. All right, we're about to get kickoff right now. BYU will start with the football. Oh, these commercials. They're gonna get my channel demonetized. No. Oh. Whoops. Smack the mic. My bad, guys. BYU wearing blue. A&M, Texas Tech in the white. Who has the best arm of the QB prospects for you? Like the biggest arm? The biggest arm. Ooh, that's a good question. Let me take a gander real quick. I mean, I guess the biggest arm would be Taylor Green. I would say Taylor Green from Arkansas has the biggest arm. Best arm talent? Oh gosh, I want to say it could be Dante Moore. I want to say it could be Dante Moore. He's up there. He's made some impressive throws. Ty Simpson, too. I want to see Ty Simpson be a little more successful down the field, though. 20-plus yard plays, you know? Oh, Kirito, you got to do what you got to do. Drew Aller's got a big arm, too, but that man can't throw with touch to save his life. All right, here comes BYU. Oh, pressure gets home, but he gets it away. Bachmeyer throwing it away for an incompletion. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Yo, LJ Martin's back? I thought he had like a season-ending injury. Because I moved him down my board because of that. Oh, screw that, dude. I thought we weren't going to see him again. Oh, LJ Martin with the big pickup on the run. Hold on. I'm looking up this LJ Martin injury. This is nuts. I've had this dude. I thought this dude was going to be gone out for an extended period of time. Shoulder injury. Guess not. Okay. Shoot, man. I get one out quick to. Is that Chase? No, that's Parker Kingston. I gotta say that is high quality caffeine. All right, can I get a mod to hit up the bots? All right, got a man in motion here, and they're going to hand it off to that man. That's Preston Rex. Ooh, is he related to the other Rex that was here a few years ago? The former tight end? Let's go back to the 2023 class. Maybe it was the 2024 class. Isaac Rex. I wonder if he's related. Huh, interesting. All right, Bachmeyer dropping back, throws it into heavy traffic, goes incomplete. It's going to be 4th and 6. We got Green Street. Go Tech. Kirito. Yeah, don't feel bad about it. I pay for a service, and that service has failed me. We got Ross. I haven't been able to keep up with college football much this year. What's the consensus on Nico? Nico should return, but he has looked pretty solid this year. All right, here comes 4th and 6. They're punting this sucker away. They are at their own 41. And, he kind of shanked it. It's going to be decent field for Tech to start the game off. Yeah, but Nico's always had good traits, and I think it's all starting to come together for him a little bit. Still, the decision making needs to get a little bit better with him, but I like Nico. I just don't like him in this year's draft. We got Nintendo Mike can't share streams anymore because they sent me a message on Twitter saying I could not, or I'm in trouble. Why would they do that? Why would they do that, Nintendo Mike? All right, 1st and 10. Here comes Morden. And we got a whistle. It's a flag. It's a false start. So it's going to be 1st and 15 from the Texas Tech 35. On a side note, I think I actually just forgot what I was going to say. So never mind. Thought I had something to say. Apparently I didn't. Maybe I did. Just left my brain. All right, we're going to get the handoff here. Oh, I remember now. Will Hammond is down. Like he's done for the year. You got Morden, and then you go immediately to the 3rd string quarterback. Oh, Morden going deep to, Caleb Douglas almost making the catch. Tight coverage, but golly, that was close. All right, 3rd and 13. Man, if you could have got that a little bit more on the outside. That was good hand fighting by both the corner and wide receiver. All right, Morton doing a little talking at the line. And he's looking around. He's trying to escape. Here comes the pressure. Sacked. And that's Essera with the sack. Big sack. 14-yard loss. Yeah, I don't know why he scrambled out that way. Typically you should go left. He's looking to break the pocket. Step into the pocket. You had some room there. All right, here comes the punt. And we're going to get a return from Keeson, who muffs it. Turnover. Whip out the kazoo. Kingston, who's actually one of the better returners in college football. Oh no. This is what pisses me off. If they ran a guy over the middle, we would have a first down. Kieran also says, dog, if there is a more lucky team with turnovers than Texas Tech. All right, they're Texas Tech are now at the BYU 17. Morning dropping back, going to the end zone, just out of the reach of, I believe that was his running back, Williams. Yeah, Jacoby Williams. Yeah, Morton's not going to have much mobility. Well, he was not really a crazy mobile guy anyway, but what? He had the knee injury this year. It cost him a couple of games. All right, we're going to get a handoff here. That's Williams, who's going to get out to about the 15, gain a 2, 3rd and 8. Didn't Morton also get a shoulder injury? Was the Utah game a shoulder injury? All right, dropping back. Morton. Here comes the pressure again. And he's going to get sacked. Man. So, fun fact, you could throw the ball away. Jeez Louise. Yeah, defense came to play for BYU. Here comes the field goal, and it is, I really should use my other color. Field goal is good, see? I got blue and I got purple. So we're using purple for the Red Raiders today. All right, before we're going to a commercial break right now, but let me give a shout out to, if you are watching here on the X or the YouTube. If you didn't know, now you know. I got a draft guide. I go deep into the loins of the NFL draft. So if you want to know every player, then golly, dude, let me hook you up. I got some good news for
We
you.
love the NFL draft, and now my draft guide is available for purchase. It comes with over 500 player backgrounds and close to 300 player evals. It updates throughout the whole draft cycle. So when I add a new eval or I change my rankings, you're going to be the first to know. It's going to have all the pro day and combine numbers along with analytics. And it's a Google spreadsheet for right now. So you have to include your email with the purchase, but we will be switching over to a website at the end of the year. And if you get it now, it's going to be cheaper now than it will be later. It's a great way to support the channel. And as always, much appreciated, much obliged.
I gotta take Cade Klubnik out of that. I gotta take Cade Klubnik out of that picture. Broshmo, your ranking series has been elite so far. Well, thank you. I did my top 150 big board, which is available on the draft guide. Technically, on the draft guide, it's the big board goes to 151. I just didn't include that guy in the video just because I did all my early day 3 guys. I have like mid, late day 3 rank in the rankings, along with guys that I think are returning, guys that have UDFA grades on. It's just we're not at that point in the year where it's like I need to rank everybody. Let's first find out who's going to be in the draft. So I just did a top 150, just to give people a lot of names they should be watching. But thank you. I really do appreciate that. It takes a lot of work. And I grind these sweet cheeks. How is the website coming along? That's a good question. I got to talk to my guy this week. I meant to talk to him this past week, but I was busy trying to get the end of the ranking series out with the big board. I forgot the trade deadline was this week. So when I put out my mock draft, it was the day before the deadline. And I was like, well, shoot, I might as well waited. So I had to do another mock draft after the trade deadline ended because we had the freaking blockbuster trade with Sauce. So I'm going to talk to my dude next week, see where we're at. I'm hoping sometime in December it'll officially come out. Like it'll have the videos on the site, but mainly it's there for the rankings and just a more cosmetically pleasing way to see the draft guide. You'll also have access to the spreadsheet as well, so you could use whatever you like. Eventually, I'm hoping maybe after the Senior Bowl, we'll see to strap the freaking mock draft simulator onto that. It kind of depends on how much work that'll be for my dude. So we'll see. But at the very least, I'm going to get the rankings and eval portion of that up there. Like it'll have the top 100, the top 10s at every position, like full evals for those guys, available for people that don't pay. If you want the full thing, because I mean, if you have my draft guide, I go freaking deep as hell. Like I'm looking to have like full evals on 30 to 50 players at each position. But on top of that, I'm going to have backgrounds at least for almost everybody in the draft. So we'll see, man. We'll see. We're trying here. Do you think this draft will have more Pro Bowl players than last year's when it's all said and done? I don't know. Again, it kind of depends who comes out. All right, we got the handoff here to Martin, who gets to the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the BYU 35 for the Cougars. We have a free version of the sim. Oh, dude, the mock draft simulator is going to be, the mock draft simulator is going to be free for everybody. You're going to be able to trade up there. I don't know. I think and I don't think we'll be here this year with it. I think we'll eventually do kind of like a walk the mock with the mock draft simulator, which will be available with your purchase of the draft guide. Like, oh, sack there. Couldn't get away from pressure. That was David Bailey, I believe, right? Oh, did he actually get a yard out of that? Oh, yeah, he actually ended up getting a yard out of that. So not a sack. 2nd and 9. So, yeah, that's because I want to have just, again, we pay, if you pay for the draft guide, you're going to get, maybe we could, I got a lot of ideas. I don't know how many I can implement this draft cycle. Hopefully it'll be in full go next draft cycle. But once we get the mock draft simulator up there, for those who purchase draft guide, I want to have like build your own board. Like that way, when you go into the draft simulator, you could use the consensus, you could use my rankings, or you could use your own big board. We're going to be able to force trades. You could trade with players. Oh, keeper. I'm not even going to have where it's like trades can't go through. You're making your own mock draft. Whatever you feel like the trade could be, you just go ahead and do it. I'm going to have the undo button because not enough mock draft simulator. Like, what mock draft simulators? I think there's one out there that has an undo button. Like, goodness gracious. That's like trivial. Why aren't we doing that? Anywho, yeah, again, those are all my thoughts and plans. I'm sure there's going to be some bugs early on, but I want it to be top notch when we get to the 2027 draft class. Yeah, y'all are having a tough time stopping the run here. We got a false start on BYU, though. That's going to sum it up at 1st and 15. They're going to be at their own 42. Next commercial break, we'll do a scutterbug. I am scoreboard, hear me roar. Tennessee should trade down with Cleveland Browns. The Browns want one of the QBs, seemingly. All right, we got a handoff here to Martin, who good tackle there. I believe that was a safety, Wisniewski. So we got 2nd and 13. I mean, again, guys, don't really know. Let's see who stays first, and then that's when I think we could start talking about trades and whatnot. Ty Simpson is probably returning, right? I have doubts. We know Mendoza is going to be in. I think Simpson probably comes out, right? Get it quick out, but it's a little too far out there for, I believe that was Chase Roberts. Like, I'm pretty confident there's a good chance Dante Moore returns. Ty Simpson can, but then he'd be a 24-year-old quarterback in the 2026 NFL draft or 2027 NFL draft. Because he will be 23 his rookie year. If he declares this season, he'll be 23 going into his rookie year. I mean, Mendoza also technically can return because he's a redshirt junior. All right, we got a handoff here. What is that? Nawahine? Oh, wow, man. So 4th and 9, they're just going to punt this sucker away. Yeah, Wisniewski is pretty solid. He was good at what was it, North Dakota State in the FCS. I haven't got to specifically watch his tape for an eval, though. I'm going to have a lot more time now that I've got the – oh, my gosh. That was a scary fair catch, but okay. Texas Tech's going to be down at their own 8, but I will say, like, yeah, I'm going to have a lot of time now that we got the prospect rankings out to get back and start doing some more evals. I'm pretty stoked. All right. Let's do a scuttlebutt as hot tamale. For one, Indiana, Penn State, no score yet, 0-0. Mississippi State is up 7-3 on Georgia, but Georgia likes this. they're masochists to this degree. They play close games regardless. I have 100% faith that Kirby Smart and Georgia come away with this game. I just think it's going to be close. SMU's up early, 10-0 on Boston College. I believe SMU was a 10.5-point favorite. SMU, honestly, if they win out, there's a shot they make the ACC championship game. Colorado, West Virginia, no score on the board. James Madison's up 7-0 on Marshall. I believe they were 2-score favorites. Arkansas State's up 7-3 on Southern Miss. And we still got zeros in Army versus Temple. I got to watch Temple's pass rusher. I think it's Cameron Stewart. I believe that's his name. How did Mississippi State score? That's what I'm curious about. Let's go play-by-play, scoring plays. It was a kick return. No, it wasn't. It was a 4-yard run. I thought it was a kick return for a second. 14 plays, 75 yards. Good opening drive. Greg, let's go Penn State. Good luck. Really hoping this draft guide will be a big break for you. I mean, I'm just looking at. Will you make partnerships with other YouTubers? I don't know how I would. Like make them a part of the website? Not initially. Initially, this is just going to be me. Maybe eventually, but let's first see how much the website actually can make. I think a lot of it's going to be via sponsors. So having a mock draft simulator on it should just get it a lot of views. And if I could get sponsors, again, I don't want like pop-up ads. I don't want to ruin everyone's mock draft experience, but just have like little panel boards on the side that literally mean like won't take away from your experience. It's literally just there. Yeah, I want to make the site as functional and as easy to just navigate, little inconvenience as possible. What do you think about ESPN Monday Night Football thing? I haven't really looked into it. I got Hulu Live. Doesn't really nothing really bothers me, so I don't really know what's going down right now. All right, we got a fake handoff, gets it out quick to Virgil. I believe he's from Miami, Ohio. If you could get like Bengal Goat House and some other big draft channel, well, those guys aren't draft channels. All right, we got a handoff here to Dickey, who picks up the first down. They're not draft channels. They like Goat House covers the whole NFL. You have Bengal. He does a lot of the Madden stuff and the college football, like video game stuff. So those aren't like exclusive draft channels, but I don't know how I'd be able to work them in. Again, that's kind of like that's next step. Let's first get our feet under us and get walking before we start trying to run. Yo, bots are in full force today. I feel like we haven't had to deal with bots in like years. How far will Bailey's off-field issues drop him? None. As far as I know, he only had the incident with the cameraman, which I'm not gonna lie, people are kind of inflated. I think it's kind of a big nothing burger. Guy was he was hot after a loss, and he blew his cool. Short gain here, but picks up the first down for Texas Tech. Yeah, I don't see any other off-field issues. Well, okay. I mean, there's the penalties. He was disqualified from the second half of the NC State game in 2024 for kicking a player. So there is that. So, okay, maybe he's a little hot-headed, but I'm not too worried about that. All right, we're going to get a fake handoff. Morden, he's going to run with it, and he's going to lose a yard. No, you're good, Kirito. You're good. I think you're the only mod in here right now, so. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. I just hopped up on the YouTube. I saw there's over 50 of y'all watching and 6 likes. The hell are we doing? Also, if you're on X, go ahead and hit the heart and share it. Repost it. Morning dropping back on 3rd and 6. He's got a guy over the middle, but he's going. Oh, man. He gets it to Aiken, who runs after the catch, gets inside the 30. The BYU freaking corner just missed the ball. I don't know if that was a good pass because that ball felt like it floated and should have got picked. Oh, no. Aiken did a good job of stepping in front of the corner that was kind of playing the mid-flat along the sideline there. Yeah. Aiken stepping up there. Nice. All right, we got a handoff here to, I believe, is that Williams or Dickey? Oh, no, he's just short, actually. It's going to be 3rd and 1. All right, we're going to hand off here. Oh, big run. Ooh, actually, almost, I thought he was about to break that tackle. So that's why I was like, big run. Hey, we got Patrick Mahomes up in the building. Guy right next to him looks literally like Marcus Whitman. He looks like that franchise guy. It's hilarious. I thought Dickey was about to break that big. It was a good tackle. I believe that was or Esre. Another handoff here. When it comes to explosive runs, dude, Texas Tech can get it done. They're driving right now. 2nd and 5 at the BYU 9. Looks like I got some chats to catch up with. What up, Brandon? What do you think is a comparable offensive lineman to Spencer Fano in the NFL? I don't know. Oh, we got a toss up. Is that Caleb Douglas? Touchdown! Whoa! There's a flag. There's a flag. I don't know, dude. I don't really do comps until around the combine. Oh, it was defensive pass interference. Penalties decline, touchdown. Just like that, 10-0 ball game. I always make the reference to like Will Campbell just because short arms but moves exceptionally well. I don't think that's the comp, but that's a similar. I would say they're in similar ballparks in terms of like short arms, good athletes that could probably stick on an island in the NFL. CCRR. There were other incidents with Bailey. I only have the 2. The cameraman this year and then the kicking a player last year. If he's a little hot-headed, kind of is what it is. I don't think I'm too worried about it. If there's other incidents, then I mean they'll eventually come to light. Who wins this game and by how much? I don't I don't bet on BYU, so I'm not going to talk about who wins this game. I think I would take Texas Tech. Would I take Texas Tech minus 13.5? Probably not, just because BYU always burns me. Kirito, RIP, Marshawn Nealon. Yeah. A very unfortunate situation. Obviously, thoughts and prayers out to his family, man. It's a tough situation. Sucks. Rumor is Ariante Ursary has a top 8 pressure rate, the NFL second lowest by a rookie left tackle since 2018. Oh, we could look at that pressure rate right now, actually. We got time. While I'm looking that up, let me give a shout out to our friends at Underdog Fantasy. When you download the app, you sign up and you use the promo code BroShmo, and they match that first deposit up to $1,000 dues. It's the best place to play weekly best ball, or you can do higher, lower on player stats, and you can mix and match. It doesn't have to just be the NFL. You could do NHL, you could do NBA, you could even wait for the MLB to come back and do it. It's a very fun way to play, but as always, play responsibly, play within your means, and remember, when you download Underdog Fantasy, it's promo code BroShmo. All right. Ursary, I have him having a efficiency rate of 95.6, which is, it's not like, it's in that average to below average tier. Let's see true pass block and snaps. Maybe it's better. Yeah, no, in true passing sets, I have 92.8. That's not great either. Okay, well, let's do this by position and take a look at all offensive tackle rookies. Again, I mean, I use PFF's analytics. And again, these analytics just help. Like, the film is what you should be going to. The analytics hopefully match up, and they're there to provide more context. But it's always film above stats, film above analytics. Let's see. All right, so let's do a minimum 20. So I have Josh Simmons having and Armand Membu and Will Campbell having better efficiency rates, which efficiency is just how much pressure are you allowing in comparison to how many pass blocking snaps you've had. So basically, it's a pressure rate stat. Let's go to true pass blocking sets, which basically just takes away RPOs and basically anything that can influence the passing game via the run. So mainly play action and such, RPOs and whatnot. When it comes to those players, I mean, he has the same amount of pressures in true pass sets as Ursary. As Will Campbell. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I mean, I guess his pressure rate is comparable to Will Campbell, but Josh Simmons and Armand Membu have been really good this year. So I don't know about that. Brian Brazzi. All nasal. Yeah, dude. I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't have the clearest nasal passages. Trying to nose shame me, bro? I don't like his draft takes because he sounds all nasally. Obviously, you're an educated human being. Oh man. Yeah, I get Membu's at right tackle, but it doesn't really matter. In today's NFL, right tackle and left tackle are pretty interchangeable. Oh, Soka, you're supposed to be at this game right now. Sucks to suck. Sorry. My condolences. Brr, brr, brr. That is good coffee. All right, we're at a commercial break right now. BYU, 2nd and 10 at their own 27. Is that right? Oh, yeah. We're going into the second quarter. Let's do a scoreboard. Indiana on the board, 7-0 against Penn State. Mississippi State can still up 7-3, but did Georgia force an interception or was there a fumble? Because now they're suddenly inside the red zone of Mississippi State's. SMU's up 10-0 on Boston College. West Virginia is up 9-0 on Colorado. James Madison, they're up 7-6 on Marshall. Marshall missing the extra point. That sucks. Southern Miss is up 10-7 on Arkansas State. Army's up 7-0 on Temple. Let's see. You should stream from a live stadium someday. That'd be cool. That sounds like a hassle. If I had a cameraman, sure. But if I'm going to live stadium, I kind of want to enjoy the game, bro. And if I do that, if I stream from a stadium, I'm not going to try to do a play-by-play. I can stream from my phone. Do you think I want to hold my phone, bro? I don't want to hold. I don't want to do that. How am I gonna drink a beer and eat some nachos? That just sounds like, oh, what a hassle. And I wouldn't do play by play. I would probably end up probably just live reaction. It's a real life mock the mock, but it's over a game. CCRR Austin. I'm gonna butcher his last name, but gonna try. Sarafeld, is he a guard? And is he coming out? I hear he's probably not coming out, and I hear he has short arms. So that's why he's in my guard. So I think he's in my guard rankings. I haven't done an eval. Yeah, he's in my guard rankings. I haven't done an eval on him, by the way. I got a background and everything, but currently not ranked, no eval. Maybe it'd be cool if you have a booth stand view like the other sportscasters. That would be kind of cool. All right, BYU dropping back, going over the middle, gets it to, I believe that's Roberts. First down. I still gotta get my equipment for Mobile. Gotta get a new laptop. Oh, stepping up. Botmeyer's gonna try to run with it. Oh my gosh, he is stuffed. Picks up a yard though, maybe 2. 2nd and 8. They're at their own 43. Yeah, I still gotta get a laptop. And honestly, that is probably the big purchase I need to make, the laptop. Just tell them you're a recruiter. I'm not, though. I'm just some guy that talks about my opinion. All right, we're going to get no handoff here. It's kind of actually, no, it's a speed option. Tries to get out to the corner, picks up maybe 3, 3rd and 5. Oh, you like Chase Roberts? I'm not a big Chase Roberts guy. I think he's like a solid wide receiver, but how about a GoPro to record from a hat? Man, Greg, this sounds like a big hassle. Let's revisit this idea in like a year. Handoff. No, fake. And they get it out to the tight end. That's Carson Ryan. So they fake the sweep and the toss. Oh, it's a direct snap actually to LT Martin or LJ Martin, and then he hands it off to the quarterback who kind of fakes like it was kind of like a triple option looking nonsense. Handoff here to Martin. Fights for about 2 yards. All right. If you're on the YouTube, we got like 48 people in here. 9 likes. Listen, if you hate me, you hate me. Cool, but could at least like the video, man. And hand off to Kingston, who goes for about 6 yards. I just read that comment, Greg, bro. I got a sister. She's happily married over in Virginia. Dang, bro. Why would I show you all the game? Show some of the game and we'll give you some likes. Cool. The minute I do that, likes will be irrelevant. Channel taken down. I don't think so, Mr. Moses. Oh, Greg, that's one heck of a typo, bro. All right, so handoff goes for about a yard. So we're going to get the field goal attempt about a 51-yarder, I believe. Oh, that's not even close. Hooked it. Wide left. I'm just saying, Greg, I insist that you reread your comments before you hit enter. See what I did there? Wordplay, baby. $100 more. Hey, Greg, we're just screwing around with you, bro. We get it. All right. I think Georgia just scored a tutty. Now they have gone up 10-7 on Mississippi State. James Madison just scored a touchdown. They're up 14-6. And there are your updates. Penn State is at the goal line, by the way, looking to score. Which school do you think has the most guys drafted next draft? Jeez. I don't know. It kind of depends who returns or not. I feel like Ohio State's always a good bet to be up in the run in there. Georgia, maybe. I think Ohio State's probably the safest bet. Yeah, I'd probably say Ohio State. Maybe Oregon. Thing is, though, Oregon doesn't have like running backs or wide receivers coming out. But they're going to have some offensive linemen. They're going to have some D linemen. I believe they have at least one linebacker, right? Yeah, Bryce Betcher. Yeah, Ohio State's probably the safe answer there, though. Oh, Penn State scored a tutty. We got a tied ball game. Are you going to actually stream it, or are you gonna just post it like this? Oh, dude, you can't play the game on YouTube, bro. Literally, the channel will get pulled down. You'll have other YouTube channels try to do that, but those are channels that literally get made just to stream a game, and then YouTube pulls those channels down. I cannot stream the game. Whoa, 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 whoa. What just happened? Kick return? No, this was a handoff. Toss. Cuts it to the middle of the field, rips off. Golly. What, about 50-ish yards? That's the thing, man. Most explosive run game in college football is Texas Tech. Now they're down to the BYU 23. Trey, you can watch the game Hulu Live. It's on ABC. If you have cable, if you have Hulu Live, if you have the ESPN app, I'm pretty sure you can watch the game all like via those places. All right, man in motion. Morning dropping back, slinging this sucker out, and it is behind. I think that was Terrence Carter. Yeah, off Terrence Carter's hands, but thrown pretty behind him. By the way, I'm a bit behind because my stream is behind, so my comments may take... Oh, you're good, Kirito. You're good. Don't worry not. All right, 3rd and 9. Morning dropping back, going over the middle. Gets it to, I believe that's Carter, for a first. Oh, wow. Down to the 11, so technically they can still get a first down. So we got 1st and 10. Man in motion, going to hand it off to Dickey, who gets to about the 8. So it's going to be 2nd and 7. You got Carter in motion. Morton. Ooh, incomplete. Trying to get it to Aiken on the crosser. Tight coverage, though. So 3rd and 7. Dude, BYU, if they could actually make a stop here, be kind of huge. It'd be kind of big for the Cougars. 3-score game is demoralizing, but if you could hold them to 3, keep it a 2-score game, then it's like, okay, we got some life. Empty backfield, by the way. Trips up top, 2 down low. Play is blown dead. Oh, timeout. Timeout by Texas Tech. Yeah, Kirito, I'm going to be doing the Missouri Texas A&M game. While at the same time, I'm probably going to watch the Iowa Oregon game on my phone. Actually, I should put on Georgia Mississippi State right now. I think I'll do that. Oh, Ole Miss Citadel's about to kick off. That's funny. See, I didn't want to do the Iowa Oregon game as a watch along though because of the terrible weather. And let's be honest, Iowa games, if that's your brand of football, which hey, I could appreciate that. I appreciate good defensive games, long, monotonous drives. I can appreciate that. It's just not the best game to react to. So that game's just a little bit easier to watch on the phone while doing another game. Yeah, I think Iowa has a chance as well. Would I bet Iowa? No. I'm not betting Oregon either, but I'm taking the under. Taking the under real easy in that game. I think it's 41.5. Oh, Georgia just had a nice big run. No deck. CD sort of hurt my fantasy team this week. Bro, you want to talk you want me to talk about what transpired in my fantasy league last week? I had the Jaden. I made my stack this year in my big money league. Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin. I haven't seen Terry McLaurin all year. I think he had one game where he was really good or solid. Now Jaden Daniels, he's going to be out for an extended period of time. I lost Tucker Kraft earlier that day. Bruh. You want to talk about demoralized? Isaac Smith, the safety for Mississippi State, is down. He has been very good this year. But yeah, my fantasy football team demoralized. I picked up Joe Flacco, but I'm having to start. Who am I starting this week? I think. Am I starting Tua? I might be starting Tua. That's wild. But I picked up Joe Flacco to kind of be my guy for the remainder of the year. But on top of that, the guy I faced last week, like after losing all those players, who I faced last week had Drake London, who had a massive game, Sam Laporta. So all these guys are going off for this dude, and I'm watching my team fall apart. Keyshawn Butte, who was in my flex, or no, he was my wide receiver 3. He leaves the game early with a hamstring injury, never comes back. Had the one target. Morning, chucking this. Corner in the end zone. Incomplete. Good defensive stand there by BYU. Dang, dude. They're helping him off. He already had his ankle taped up. I wonder if he just re-aggravated it. Hopefully it's not bad. Oh, dude, I wouldn't play Trevor Lawrence ever. I don't like playing Trevor Lawrence. If he's a quarterback you have to play, I'm sorry. He has not been good. All right, 13-0. Still doesn't cover, by the way. Oh, Tua on your fantasy team, that's a fatal mistake. Compared to what's on the waiver wire, this is a 14-team league. All right, let me take a gander. Oh, my bad. It's not Tua. I got Jacoby Brissett. I thought it was Tua for a second. Tua is probably one of the options on the waiver wire. So this is what the waiver wire looks like. David Mills, Mac Jones, who faces the Rams. Ugh. And then there's Tua, Geno, Geno had his game this past weekend. Woof. Tyler Shuck, Daniel Gabriel. Yeah, it's the waiver wire is kind of poached. So I got Joe Flacco moving forward, but I got Brissett this week. Joel, I don't know who that is. I don't know that name. Could gamble on JJ McCarthy. Well, that doesn't feel good either. Yeah, I saw Morton was hobbling. Drew McIntyre getting suspended last night was ballistic, I think that's what you meant, ballistic. I thought it was just thought SmackDown was a fun enough show. I'm kind of done with Damian Priest, Aleister Black. So I was happy when Aleister was like kind of moving on to whatever his next feud would be, but still Damian Priest sticking around. Oh, it was BS. Why was it BS? It's a man's soap opera. BS is supposed to happen. So currently, as my team stands, dude, a rough team. I had to trade Saquon to get parts in fantasy football. Oh, Joel, you removed your comment? Well, I could still see it via StreamYard. You can't expect someone to let it go after you let them off fire. Yeah, but I'm kind of done with the feud, Eric. I'm kind of done with the feud. Why is he returning that? And that's Hagen that returns it. BYU gonna have to start their 15. What are we doing here? So, anywho, my fantasy team, as it stands now, this is who I have to start this week. This is my big money league, the league I care the most about. Jacoby Brissett. I got Travis Etienne, Kamani Vidal, Lad McConkey, Jalen Waddle, Josh Downs, Cade Otton, and Jordan Mason. And I'm starting Panthers defense. Keyshawn Booty or Abute on the bench. Terry McLaurin on the bench. Close to honestly letting him go. I have no Javonte Williams. That killed me. I had to make a trade earlier this year. I traded Saquon because I needed wide receiver depth back bad. I just needed because Terry McLaurin was just laying a freaking goose for me on my bench. I needed wide receiver depth, but I wanted to also get a decent running back. So I traded Saquon for Javonte Williams and Lad McConkey. Felt honestly great trade. It's just the rest of my team's falling apart. So again, Jaden Daniels on IR. Well, on my IR. Tucker Kraft, IR. I got Chiefs defense out this week. Javonte Williams out this week. Joe Flacco out this week. Dylan Sampson's there just because, well, if injury goes down, then I might have another starting back. But dude, my team is wrecked, bro. They're cooked. I think Georgia just scored a touchdown. Bachmeier's running around trying to get the first down. He's going to be close. Can't shake Booty. Dude, anytime I start Booty, it's on his off weeks. I can never find the right time to start Keyshawn Abute. I could start JJ McCarthy knowing that I have the Ravens defense. Ugh. I mean, Greg, that is something you can do. All right, BYU, hold the phone. They're going for it on 4th and 1 from their own 25. Fake the handoff. Bachmeier is going to hold on to the ball. He should have got it. Looks like he cleanly got it. Should I bench Tetero McMillan this week? He has a messed up hamstring, or A.J. Brown. Isn't A.J. Brown also questionable? Was he limited in practice this week? I would probably bench Tet for now. Bachmeier throwing it, gets it. Oh, his receiver drops it. Phillips looking to make the play after the catch before securing the catch. That's rough, dude. BYU's just been shooting themselves in the foot this whole stinking game. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Papa Beds. Okay, no, never mind. A.J. Brown was a full participant in practice. Okay, yeah. I would probably go A.J. Brown. All right, gets it back out to Phillips. Okay, that's nice. Going back to the guy who dropped the football, try to get that confidence back for him. It's going to set up a 3rd and 4. Broshmo, does your string? No, I have no yellow line. There's no line of scrimmage line. There's no yellow line. I'm just kind of playing it by eye right now, just like in real life. When it comes to the game, I don't know what happened to the first down marker on the field, but or at least on the broadcast. But they need to get to, I think, the 36. Bachmeier dumps it to Martin, who's going to be well short. Oh, wow. Hold on. Was he still in bounds? Okay, they're marking him down about the 33. So it's going to be 4th and about 2 or 4th and about 3. What's the general consensus right now on where Aguilar is drafted? If all these underclassmen return, could be slim pickings. Yeah, that's true. I think firmly somewhere in day 3. Think about Quinn Ewers, how much he fell. I don't think Aller falls that far, but I think somewhere in that early to mid day 3 area is probably the right answer. All right, we're going to punt the football. No return, ball down at about the 22. That's where Tech will start. Yeah, Brown's been on a milk carton all season. He's been too busy. The heck? He's been too busy reading books on the sideline. That's not a shot fired. That's not a shot fired at AJ Brown. To be fair, the Eagles' offense has been kind of funky this year. Who's your top non-quarterback prospect? Baines or Downs? I got Baines. You could go check out my top 150 big board. I released that video yesterday. Morning dropping back, slinging it, nowhere, no one, incomplete. You're dropping Ramondre Stevenson. He's just been out with a toe injury. I think he's a fine guy to roster, maybe not start. Kind of depends Skater Boy, who you're dropping him for. Reminds me, I do gotta adjust my lineups because I got a few guys out this week. Oh, here's the sack. And that's Jack Kelly. Oh, Glasker forcing the pressure. Kelly getting the sack. Nice. 3rd and 19. All right. Yeah, they're going to hand it off, then punt the football. Am I the only one who thinks Bain is extremely overrated? Probably. I mean, I kind of got to explain why you think he's overrated. Stevenson's been out for 4 weeks. Has he been out for 4 weeks? I thought he's missed like the last 2 with the toe injury. Imagine studying for an exam during while you're playing football. Yeah, right. Oh, what is up with BYU special teams? Banger punt, by the way. Nakua returns it, assuming this is Puka's brother, and has to he lets it bounce and then kind of has to run it out of bounds. What about Javonte Williams? Javonte Williams is amazing. You should start him every week, but he's on bye this week. In what world? Wait, are you talking about someone to pick up instead of Ramondre? Because if Javonte Williams is on your waiver wire, what bunk, stupid league are you playing in? What other games am I doing today? I'm doing A&M versus Mizzou. Brockmeyer running this out. What was that hurdle? Oh, Cole Wisniewski just rocking Bachmeyer, what is this hurdle? So silly. Picks up 2, 2nd and 8 for BYU at their own 24. He's on the bench in your league? That's ridiculous. Or he's on the waiver wire in your league? That's ridiculous. Yeah. That's insane. Like Skater Boy, he has no business being on the waiver wire ever. Javonte Williams has been amazing this year. That's insane. I have watched Kobe Barnes. No, Aller's out for the season. Guys, Drew Aller is out for the remainder of the year with I don't know if it was a dislocated or broken ankle. Puka Hantas? I don't know who that is. Joel. I have watched Kobe Barnes. Or is it Baines? I thought it was Barnes. Might be Baines. Let me check. He's in the draft guide. It is Baines. That's my bad. He's in the draft guide. I like him as a day 3 option at guard. I know some people really, really love him. I like him. MSU, I have no idea. I'm pretty sure underdog's legal in all states. I could find that out real quick. So it operates in 40 states and Washington, D.C. It is available in Michigan, just not Pick'ems. Whoa, that sucks. But it is available in Michigan. All right, let's do a scoreboard. All right, Indiana's up 10-7 on Penn State. So that's cool. Penn State's still playing with a little gumption. Georgia's up 17-7 on Mississippi State. Looks like they turned the ball over on downs. That sucks. SMU's up 17-0 on Boston College. West Virginia is up 16-3 on Colorado. James Madison's up 14-9 on Marshall. Southern Miss is up 17-7 on Arkansas State. Army and Temple are tied up at 7. Got a few games underway, and just like that, Ole Miss goes up 14-0 on Citadel. Oh, Liberty's up quick 7-0 on Missouri State. Bowling Green, Michigan, Eastern Michigan, tied up at 7. All right, 2nd and 8 here. Bachmeyer. Oh, he leads Chase Roberts quite a bit. And Roberts gets smacked. He gets up, but golly, he gets smacked. Was that no, that wasn't Wisnowski. That was Jordan. Hey, we got the first down and line of scrimmage lines back on the broadcast. Let's go. There's also a penalty. False start on Texas Tech. It is 3rd and 13 for BYU. Did I say on Texas Tech? I meant BYU. My bad. Devontae Bane overrated? I don't know. I think he's hella good. Spartan, MSU. When I decide to have another kid, you're going to be the first person to know. All right. Bachmeyer dropping back, and he's going to run this one. But why are we doing this? Ends up getting tackled for a loss. It's by Romello Height. Skater Boy, Panthers head coach Dave Canals acknowledged Friday that there's concern about McMillan's hamstring after something popped during Friday's practice. Okay. Yeah, then it sounds like you have to start AJ Brown. All right. BYU, rinse and repeat. They're going to have to punt this sucker again. All right, here comes the punt. Going to be a fair catch. You're going to say put him down at the 35. Vikings playing a dome? Yup. Yes, they do. By the way, Texas Tech is a second half team. Not good news for BYU. Dude, BYU's offense has been... Feels so bad for the BYU defense. Spartan. I don't stream NFL games. I don't do NFL watch-alongs. Blah, blah, blah. All right, we got 1st and 10 here for the Red Raiders. A whole minute 42 left. Honestly, kind of a chance to demoralize and put away this BYU team. Morning running, trying to escape, and he is sacked. That's Isaiah Glasker with the sack. Texas Tech does get the ball at after half. I did used to do NFL watch-alongs, but there's just better things I could be using my time to do, unfortunately. All right, 2nd and 20 for the Red Raiders. Did Mississippi State just get called for targeting? As Georgia has a player down. Ooh. Who's down for Georgia right now? Morning goes over the middle to Terrence Carter, who's wonderful after the catch. He's close to the 1st down. Third and 1. Dickey breaks it down to about the BYU 45. Woof, woof, woof. I believe Lucky Lawson's the guy down because Oscar Delp came over. Oh, Morty going deep. He's got a guy. That's Virgil down inside the BYU 10. Big gain. And they can honestly slow it down from here. Yeah, I like college football better than the NFL. It's the game's more exciting to me. The atmosphere is better. Don't get me wrong. I love the NFL. So don't mistake it for I have to hate the NFL if I like college football better. Lawson Lucky is up and walking off under his own power. Handoff there to Dickey. I believe it was to Dickey. Yeah, it was to Dickey. It's going to set up a 2nd and goal. And Morton dropping back, gets it out quick. Oh, dropped. Off the hands of Aiken. Drop the tutty. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Aiken in motion. Here comes the pressure. He dumps it out. Aiken, who's going to be 2 yards short and probably tackled in bounds, though. Yeah, tackled in bounds, 4th and goal. And Texas Tech's got a timeout, though. Thoughts on Michael Trigg? Will his off-field issues make him a late-round steal? No, he's been so good this year. He's going to go earlier. Now, does he go in day 2? Kind of depends on how you feel about the off-field stuff. And it's not actually, it's not even off-field. It's on-field or in the locker room. I go over that in my tight end rankings, but the guy's got the talent to be a day 2 pick. If he goes day 3, it's probably early day 3. Are they keeping the offense out there? Ooh, BYU going for it. Or excuse me, Texas Tech going for it. But now BYU calls a timeout. Man, I always forget to end the polls. There we go. 57% of y'all have Texas Tech, which I think is fair. My OTC. Hope all is well, dude. Tough year for the Sun Devils. Yeah, injuries, man. Who would you project as the group of 5 team this year? It's probably South Florida after Memphis's loss. Broken up. There we go. Big defensive stop by BYU. That's halftime. Now, defensive stop in the second half, because remember, Texas Tech starts with the football. Maybe BYU could regalvanize and get back into this game. Yeah, South Florida right now, after Memphis went down to Tulane last night, that sets up Texas or North Texas and South Florida rematch. I would still probably go with South Florida in that regard. So probably ends up being South Florida. I think James Madison is a sneaky underdog to make the group of 5 or be the playoff team in the group of 5, but it means they have to finish undefeated and win their conference, win the Sun Belt. Right now, currently, I think James Madison's only loss is a 14-point loss to Louisville, which that's a good loss to have. But South Florida, they actually beat Florida, beat Boise, who was a ranked team at the time. They have a conference loss, then the other loss is Miami. I don't know. It'll be fascinating to watch. All right, that's halftime. Oh, and Indiana is going to be up 17-7, potentially going into half against Penn State. While Georgia is currently driving, it's 4th and 3. for Georgia. They're leaving the offense on the field. 30 seconds left till the half. Oh, don't tell me Mississippi State jumped off sides. Oh, no. What's crack-a-lackin', Sangy? Hopefully you're having a good day, brother. Dude, Mississippi State is shooting themselves in the foot at home nonetheless. Lebby must be sick to his stomach. So 1st and 10 for Georgia, 30 seconds left, trying to get a score before half. Oh, man, gets it to, is that Branch? Yeah, I think that's Zachariah Branch, who's kind of become the main target there at Georgia. They're at the Mississippi State 19. And overthrows Delp. That's fine. If you're Mississippi State, you're hoping and praying, man. Just stop them for a field goal. I believe Georgia's got one of the best field goal kickers in the nation. Second and 10 for Georgia. Gets it out quick to Zachariah Branch, who is going in on a walk-in touchdown. Oh, Mississippi State. They are going to be demoralized going into the half. Well, I will just say that Mississippi State plus 10.5. Or, yeah, I bet it up to plus 10.5. And not looking so great. I wonder how Missouri State's doing. Has that game started yet? Okay, it's still 7-0 ball game. Okay. I'm cool with that. Hey, Purdue's up early 3-0, but dude, Ohio State grinds these games out. I'm sure it's gonna be like a 20-point win for Ohio State. The question is, do they cover 29.5? We might add a young kicker next draft. Oh, interesting. I was feeling a lot better yesterday when I thought Texas was playing today, but guess that's fine. So Taff to come back possibly. Yeah, Texas has been pretty hot. Dang, dude. Mississippi State probably going to take this in to half down 17. They had a turnover on downs in the red zone. Just don't want to see it. If y'all ever want to watch one game for free, just abuse Fubu's free trial. Yeah, right. There's another guy whose stock's been rising. Zachariah Branch. Look at Fernando Mendoza with a Russian touchdown. Yep. Mississippi State taking it in the half, down 17. Feels like Tech should be up more. Oh, 100%. BYU's defense is doing all that they can to keep poor this the poor Cougars in this game, but you can only do so much, you know. Oh. Hey, Oscar Delp is turning it on too recently. Let's go. Woo! I smell some comeback upset in the second half. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that in the Mississippi State game. I think Georgia probably just controls it, wins it by 2 scores. I should have known the minute Mississippi State that minute that line went from 7.5 to 9.5. I think Mississippi State's undefeated, covering less, covering 1-score ball games. The minute it goes to 2 scores, though, hands off, man. All right, I'm gonna hit the restroom. I'll be right back. Matter of fact, before I hit the restroom, let's give a shout out to our. No, screw that. Let me shout out my draft guide.
We love the NFL draft, and now my draft guide is available for purchase. It comes with over 500 player backgrounds and close to 300 player evals. It updates throughout the whole draft cycle. So when I add a new eval or I change my rankings, you're going to be the first to know. It's going to have all the pro day and combine numbers along with analytics. And it's a Google spreadsheet for right now. So you have to include your email with the purchase, but we will be switching over to a website at the end of the year. And if you get it now, it's going to be cheaper now than it will be later. It's a great way to support the channel. And as always, much appreciated, much obliged.
All right. I have to learn when the line is moving, it's never a good thing. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Shout out to the dogs. Yeah, Gojo's just chilling on the couch, man. My wife's out of town, so he's been He's a little down. Not a lot of commotion in the house today, so he's chilling out. Actually, let's get Gojo in here. Gojo! Gojo! Come here, boy. He's just sitting on the couch like, I ain't getting up, bro. I'm depressed. Gojo, come here. Come on, Gojo. Goj. Hey, buddy. Oh, you got a dry nose. You feeling down? You feeling sick today? Yeah, you're chilling. Oh, buddy. Look at this purebred good boy. All right, you need me to get you more water, dude? Here, let's get you more water. Come on. Here you go, Gojo. Hey, Keela. Hey, Keela, I got you more water. Got you more water, Keela. Oh. Loving the Red Raiders dominate BYU. Yep. Gojo needs to be one of those Thanksgiving dog show dogs. Dude, he would freak out, man. He would see all these people and he'd be like, I have so many people I need to love right now. He wouldn't be able to stay focused or disciplined. And Akila only does what she wants when she wants. She doesn't even show her face on the channel anymore. She's too busy chilling and relaxing. All right, let's check in on some of these games. SMU's up 17-6 at half on Boston College. West Virginia's up 19-9 on Colorado at half. James Madison's up 21-12 on Marshall. Southern Miss is up 17-7 on Arkansas State. Temple is up 10-7 on Army. Ohio State has taken the 7-3 lead on Purdue. Ole Miss is up 21-0 on Citadel. Liberty's up 7-0 on Missouri State. Hey, East Michigan has taken the lead. They're up 10-7 on Bowling Green. As a Dolphins fan, what are you hoping they do with their first pick? Wide receiver, probably. Some people are trying to say edge, which, I mean, we got Chop. Bradley Chubb's probably gone after the year as a post-June 1st cut. We traded Jalen Phillips. I don't think that necessarily should mean we go tackle. But or that doesn't necessarily mean we should go edge, but you know what? Just take a position of value. That's really all I want. How trained are your dogs? Pretty trained. They usually they could sit. They could give me their paw. They know down. Gojo comes when his name is called. He'll come when I say Akila's name because he's that jealous of a dog. Akila is pretty trained for the most part. She's definitely more chill than Gojo. She's older, more maternal, very careful around the kids, looks out for the kids. Do they know fetch? Fetch me a beer. I think Gojo would do that. I think Gojo would. Keela, not so much. Keela would be like, fetch your own dang beer. Keela, when she's thirsty or hungry and her dog bowls are empty, she'll flip those suckers. She'll bark at us if we ignore her. She's like, the hell is wrong with this family? You want a dog, take care of your dang dog. Freaking love Akila, dude. We got Ale Kim. There are several teams with very bad records in the NFL. That's what happens when you get to week 10? Yeah, exactly. Akila, fetch your own dang beer. Get me one while you're at it. That is Akila to a T, dude. Akila is freaking wild, man. I love Akila. Surprisingly, they're good guard dogs. They'll alert you when someone's at the door. But golly, the minute you let somebody in the house, they act like they've never been loved before in their life. Utes going to win out the rest of the schedule. Yeah, they're going to make things interesting. I'm going to throw on the blue lens glasses today. I'm going to do the clear ones. I got these red ones that are like max protection, but I look ridiculous when I put them on. I look like freaking Dr. Disrespect. I look like an old man right now. Yeah, BYU defense playing good football, but them boys' offense can't score. I don't even know why an old person would sound that way. Matter of fact, who's at the door right now, guys? Kids are out at their grandparents'. It's just us. Oh, the ABC's got a 40-year celebration of the Golden Girls, or they're celebrating the Golden Girls 40 years. Yo, I loved the Golden Girls back in the day. Y'all don't understand. I lived in a household full of women because my folks got divorced. Didn't find out till I was like 18 that my dad was the good guy. That's a story for another time. But I grew up with my grandmother, my mom, and my sister. Yo, I was watching Mean Girls, Golden Girls. Bruh, I was very in tune with my feminine side. Oh, man. Actually, let me ask this. I'm curious. Who's all going down to Mobile? Who's going to the Senior Bowl this year? Any of y'all going to the Senior Bowl? I just took care of all my credentials for the Senior Bowl. Finalized my travel plans. Hey, what up, Coach? What you doing? You'll be watching the Senior Bowl from the couch. Nice. I should be back Friday. Last year I stayed till Saturday. I did plan on going to the actual Senior Bowl game, but then my flight got switched out, so I ended up flying out right as the game kicked off. This year I'm going to be flying out Friday morning. So I think we'll do a watch along for the Senior Bowl game. And then after, I'll probably do a mock draft. Can you watch the practices without credentials? I don't think so, because there's a media side and then there's the agent side. Freaking Hail Mary Sports, dude. Freaking Alex, Mr. Sneaky got his credentials for both. So we got to sit on the agent side, got to see some GMs and head coaches and assistant coaches in the stands. All right, we're about to get we got a touchback here. Red Raiders coming back out. Gonna get a handoff to Williams. Tripped up. Takes it about 4 yards. All right, let's go see who's at the door. Y'all going nuts? Let's do it. Who y'all barking? There's nothing out there. What, was there a cat or something? Oh, Gila. All right, 3rd and 3. That's what I'm hearing. Empty backfield. Yeah, draft season is indeed the best season. Morton dropping back, throwing it deep. Oh, almost a nice catch. Williams jumped real early, though. So good stop by BYU. Literally, offense gets the ball back, can make it a one-score game. Here's your chance. And they're going to let this sucker. Nope. Kingston picks it up. Takes it to about the 15. I think they mark him down at the 16. All right, BYU. I wouldn't want to settle for a field goal here. That's all I'm just going to say. If you have to, you have to. I would want a touchdown. If wishes were fishes. 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off to Rex, who picks up about a yard. Set up 2nd and 9. Yeah, you would think do more gut runs with LJ Martin. Martin's a pretty solid back. Do we got an empty backfield here from BYU? Yeah, we do. And in motion, fake the handoff. Brockmeyer going over the middle, has his guy, Chase Roberts. 1st down to their own 31. All right, 1st and 10 from their own 31. Fake the handoff, and Brockmeyer going nowhere. It's going to be 2nd and 9 maybe. And they're going to hand it off here to Rex, who loses a yard, 3rd and long, 3rd and 10. How you feeling about that, Gojo? Gojo, who would you bet today? Would you take in Texas Tech minus 13.5? I don't know if you got the balls to do that since we got you fixed. All right, here comes 3rd and 10. And going deep. Roberts almost makes the dive and catch. Oh, that was a good throw from Bachmeier. Gojo, get down. What you doing? What you doing? Don't go on the kitchen counter, bro. There's nothing up there. Yeah, they're gonna have to put it. Oh, this is the best defense that the Cougars have played against this season. Yeah, it is. And it's gonna bounce in the end zone. BYU is gonna get, Texas Tech is gonna get the ball at their own 20. As Georgia and Mississippi State just kicked off. Yeah, that sucker was a mean bounce towards the end zone. They were saying back against the wind, though. Oh, good tackle. Mississippi State looking for an early stop. Early 3 and out, get the ball back. Make it a 10-point game. Fingers crossed. Here comes 3rd and 5 for Georgia at their own 31. Mississippi State stacking the box. I think they only bring 4. Get it out to, I think that's Noah Thomas. Quick little hitch route. If you ever try dribbling a football, you know just how unpredictable the bounces are. Oh, 100%. Man, I really need Mississippi State to get this stop. Second and 7 for the Dogs. The Georgia Dogs, by the way. Trips down low. They're going to hand this sucker off for a massive gain from Frazier, who is going to go into the end zone. Touchdown. Ugh! The run game coming alive for Georgia. Nate Frazier with the 59-yard run. as they're going to go up 31-7. I'm just going to go ahead and turn this game off. No reason to follow this game anymore. Handoff here. Jacoby Williams doing a good job of not getting stuffed in the backfield. Turns a 3-yard loss into a 4-yard gain. Let's go. 2nd and 6. Handoff again to Williams. Stopped at the line. It's going to be 3rd and 6. I don't think there is another game I want to turn on right now. And is that Williams? Out past midfield. What a gain. Williams on the little angle route. Let's go. They say Tech is the new front runner for best game day. Oh, that's sick. Dude, Lubnick knows how to party, dude. Lubbock. Threw an N in there for some weird reason. This is going to be it's going to be 2nd and 6 from the BYU 47. And we're going to get a handoff to Dickey here, who, shifty as hell, finds his way through the line of scrimmage to rip off a gain of about 11 there. And Morton dropping back, going deep. Just a little ahead of Virgil. Maybe watch Fernando Mendoza. Well, I'm just looking for another game to casually watch. So I'd prefer it to be a good game. And gets it out to Hudson to set up a 3rd and reasonable. And BYU substituting right now, 3rd and 6. Morning dropping back, gets it out to Carter, makes a guy miss, gets the 1st down. Carter's been relatively quiet today. He had the one big catch, and that's about it. And Tech taking a timeout here. Dickey is a great combination of lateral movement and power. Just wish he had more downhill speed and acceleration. Hey, man, if wishes were fishes, right? Oh, if wishes were fishes, that's new. No, that's not new. If wishes were fishes, then the world would be an ocean. That's a saying. Stop. Get out of here. That's a legit saying. Stop screwing with me, bro. All right, let's give a shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Download the app. Whip your phone out. You're probably watching me via a phone, maybe. Then you could go to your app store, download Underdog Fantasy, sign up with promo code Broshmo. They match the first deposit up to $1,000 dues. As always, play responsibly, play within your means. But if you are going to download the app, it better be promo code Broshmo. People helping people, baby. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Maybe for unks like you. Oh, get the hell out of here, bro. I am an unk, though. I am an unk. I was an unk at the age of 18 or 19 when my sister had her first and only child. And then I surpassed that trick. I'm 3 kids deep now. Bah. All right. I'll be back. Just gotta get a little drink. All right. I'm back. What up, Goj? See the Gojo head right there? Just chilling. All right, we got a 3rd and 7. And going deep. I think he was out of bounds anyway if he caught it. Can Texas Tech make a run in the playoffs? Absolutely. Wishes be a dog world for Gojo. That's right. I'm an unk too as well. Not technically, but basically an unk for my cousin's daughter. Hear that, dude. I hear that. I don't got great relationships with my cousins. I got like one cousin I actually like a ton. The others I don't really talk to that much. Or at all, actually. All right, field goal. We got a 16-0 ball game. Still technically a 2-score game. Iowa, Oregon trenches. Yes, it should be. Don't mind me as I make a parlay bet real quick for the next slate of games. Watching Mississippi State get worked right now. So any parlay I had with them is cooked. So let me get that second slate of parlays going. Oh. What's wrong with my other cousins? I just don't talk to them. It's easy as that. As easy and simple as that. Has the Washington game kicked off yet? Because I like Washington minus 11.5. I know I want that in my parlay. I'm still suspect about taking. I feel like I should take Kansas plus points. I like the under in the Iowa game. I like. I do want to bet down Washington, Wisconsin to 9.5 rather than the 10.5. Ta-da, we got that one. Oh, let's see. I like Alabama minus 9.5. I like Notre Dame. And I like balls the wall, Nebraska money line. We're throwing a dime on that sucker. Let's see if we could hit. All right. Second parlay is there. Disney and Google are fighting over live TV game. Oh, are they really? Woof. How come the linebacker from Texas Tech looks like Uncle Rico? Because Uncle Rico is I don't know why. I don't know why. I thought I had a funny reason, but I had none. All right. 3rd and 6 for BYU here. And here comes the pressure. Oh, he sheds. Was that Lee Hunter? Oh, an interception. Jacob Rodriguez. Yo, that stock is going up, 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 man. Jacob Rodriguez. Let's get the kazoo out. Oh, Drew Aller might be a UDFA. Could be. I don't know how long he's out. If he'll miss the offseason draft process. I feel like he probably does, right? So Lee Hunter coming in, I believe, there, who slips off of Bachmeier. I don't know why Bachmeier threw that. That was a terrible decision. Yeah, Aller's injured. What is already the sec? All right, handoff to Williams. Picks up like 2 to 3. What's better, this Texas Tech offense or defense? I think it's the defense. That is a nice stash from Jacob Rodriguez, though. All right, Morton dumping it underneath. That was to not Williams. I don't know who 21 is for Texas Tech. Should our truth be in the tournament? Yeah, I think he should be in a squash spot. Whether that be Gunther or Obafemi. We get a direct snap to Dickey. Gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. All right, 2nd and 9. And Direct to Dickey going nowhere. They try to fake the shuttle pass. Third and 9. How much do I have to donate for you to go live for Bama LSU tonight? Unfortunately, there is no amount because my parent-in-laws, I think that's how you say it, are dropping the kids back off after throws it, and it's contested well. Gonna hold them to 4th and 6, get another field goal here. My parent-in-laws are dropping the kids back off after my second stream, so I will be unable to stream because I will have the children. My wife is out of town. She went to Vegas to see a concert and to meet up with my parents who live in Vegas, which is great. She gets to see my parents. I don't. Is what it is. All right. We got it is officially a 3-score game, 19-0. What concert is she seeing? I think like Jesse McCartney or something. I don't know. Not a concert I'd go to. That's probably the best answer. In that scenario, you could just say your in-laws. Oh, I could say that, huh? What's your favorite concert that you have ever been to? Man, who? Boys to Men. Easy. Boys to Men. Not Mike McCarthy. I mean, dude, he hasn't. Yeah, I don't think he's coaching this year, right? So maybe he is out there having concerts. George Strait's coming to Lubbock? No kidding. I'm surprised he's still out there doing concerts. How old is George Strait? Ain't he in his like 60s? He's 73. How's he out here doing concerts still? Retire, bro. Take it easy. You deserve it. He is technically retired. I don't even know how they set it up. Oh, nice. Jojo Siwa? I don't know. That sounds Korean. I've seen that name. I have no idea who that is. Pups to Big Dog. Oh gosh, it's so lame. It's a joke. Google it. Is it a joke? I have no idea. I've seen the name Jojo Siwa. I'm probably butchering the hell out of that. Have no idea who they are. They're a LGBTQ influencer that makes music. All right, Eric. Here's his 2 cents. If Truth is in, I can see him as the number 2 winner only because Cena might request him. No, I doubt it. Him and Cena already had 2 matches this year during the retirement tour. Straight up, he is. We're gonna see a new matchup. So I don't see Miz. I don't see Rusev, Sheamus, Shinsuke. Those aren't going to be any of the guys. I have high doubts about Damian Priest. I feel like it's going to be like a Dom Mysterio, a Gunther. I really think it's Gunther. I think Gunther is going to be John Cena's final opponent. That's my favorite. I could see Joe Hendry in the tournament. Maybe Obafemi makes an appearance in the tournament, has a run, so we'll see. Kirito says, I think there was one of those shows that is like Dance Moms or something as a dog. What the hell? I have no idea. I have no idea what that means, Kirito. You're gonna meet up with RBT at the Senior Bowl since he lives in Mobile. Yeah, I met him last year. And absolutely, I'm going to meet up with him and rub it in his face that I won our fantasy football league, our dynasty football league. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I kind of sold out to try to win this year. Is Texas Tech the first real team BYU played against? Nah, Utah. Yeah. Kirito is right. Utah. All right, they get it out to LJ Martin, who gets out to about the 21. It's going to be still second and long. Yeah, I think, Eric, I completely agree. I think Gunther is the final opponent. Because then you could segue that into Gunther Brock Lesnar for WrestleMania. Because they're advertising Brock in the WrestleMania commercials. We dump it off to, I think that's Martin again. It's going to set up 3rd and 8. But yeah, I think you segue that into Gunther Brock Lesnar WrestleMania. Gotta commend BYU's offensive line and play calling. Haven't allowed any sacks that I can remember. I think there may have been some close sacks. Oh, Brockmeyer rolling around. Gets it out to number 5, who is Cody Hagan for the first down. Yeah, I know Morton's been sacked a couple of times. He was sacked like twice on the first series? Or not even the first series. First series and a half because they had the muff punt, right? So first 2 drives. 1st and 10. Got play action. Going deep. Almost picked off. Bryce Pollock. I think he's gonna be a good name for next year's draft class. He's been pretty solid. Second and 10 here for the Cougars. Bachmeier dropping back. Here comes some pressure, and he just dumps it down to Martin, who juggles it but catches it. Picks up 2. 3rd and 8. No, the receiver running downfield, the safety was picking him up. That's why Pollock came off the route. He lets that go because there's safety help. That would have, if he was going to go downfield, that was going to be a tough throw. Literally towards the sideline, no space. It would have been a tough throw. Here comes the pressure. It's a little screen-esque play. Great tackle there. It's going to be 4th and 7, probably a punt. What is that route called when they are kind of straight but kind of fade toward the sideline? It's just kind of a fade route. I mean, it's a 9 route. It's a go ball. But yeah, you fade. You basically you're fading it towards the sideline. People still refer to it as like a 9 route, a go ball. Broshmo, is Memphis officially out of the running? Oh, Memphis. Yeah, no, Memphis is probably out because they're not going to contend for their conference championship unless you get more losses from like North Texas, who has a pretty easy schedule from here on out. I don't see South Florida losing. I think that's probably your championship game, South Florida and North Texas rematch. All right, let's do a scutterbud because it's been a minute. Let's hit the refresh button. As Indiana's up 20-10, currently on Penn State. Georgia's up 38-14. Golly gee, I need 2 Mississippi State touchdowns to cover. Not gonna happen. SMU's up 31-6 on Boston College. West Virginia, oh man, Colorado's made it a game. West Virginia's up 22-16. James Madison's up 28-20 on Marshall. Southern Miss is up 17-7 on Arkansas State. Temple currently down by a score, down by a point. Army's up 14-13. Look at this. I'm telling y'all, Ohio State, they just grind these games out. They're up 21-3 on Purdue. Ole Miss is up 35-0 on Citadel. Liberty, they're up 10-0 on Missouri State. Missouri State, show up. Bowling Green has taken the lead. They're up 14-10 on Eastern Michigan. UAB and Rice are tied up at 7. Then again, all my parlays with Missouri State are cooked anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant. Well, Mendoza's stock's dropping. That pass was horrible. I mean, it's not one pass isn't going to drop a guy's stock. Kirito, Georgia's putting the butt whoopings on. Butt to grass or butt to belt. Belt to butt. However that happens, you get what I'm saying. We got Eric. I can see Alistair and Priest screwing each other. My finals is Gunther and Dom. Yeah, I could see Dom having a good run. Yo, I would love to see finals Obafemi versus Gunther because that's a good showing for Obafemi and a good loss. Because like Gunther is a great loss to have. Belt to, yeah, I don't curse. So belt to butt. Belt to buttocks. Belt to booty. A booty, 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 a booty everywhere. Dude, I'm going to have to order some pizza once we get started with this second game. This is a family channel, dang it. Thank you, Kirito. Mendoza's booty today. Yeah. I mean, good players are allowed to have bad games. And I mean, think about it. The Iowa game wasn't great for Mendoza, but he came through at the end with some impressive throws. So I imagine BYU's going for it. No, they're punting. Ugh. You're down 3 scores. Make a play. I mean, if you get whatever, I guess. Oh, if you haven't already, you're on the YouTube. Hit the thumbs up. It's always much appreciated, much obliged. We got like 50 to 60 people in here and only 21 likes. I'm afraid to look at the thumbs down. If you're on the X, hit the heart, share, repost, whatever it may be. If anyone loses, Mendoza tumbles. I doubt it. I doubt it. Hand off to Dickey, who breaks one out past the 30, cuts it back in, out past midfield. What a run by Dickey. Remember, this is one of, if not the best rush offenses in the league, in college football. They have so many explosive plays. Just a reminder that Mendoza and Jaden Ott beat in Auburn at Cal. That game gave me nightmares. Did your girls and my boy, got a young boy as well, get a lot of candy for Halloween? Yeah, a ton. They were eating some last night. How much do I have to donate for you to do an NFL watch along? There is no number because I won't do it. But hey, let's throw a number out there just in case. $100,000. All right, 2nd and 8 here for, plays dead, flag thrown, false start. Do you trick or treat or trunk or treat? Trick or treat. I would go to a trunk or treat, but we went trick or treating in the neighborhood. BYU is blowing the game. BYU's offense is blowing the game. This offense can't move. They don't have over 100 passing yards this game. Wild. Well, Spartan, that's why I threw the number out there, because you can't afford it. Is trunk or treat ruining Halloween? Why? Morden gets, is that Virgil on a slant? That is Virgil, but there's a flag. Legal shift on the offense. It's coming back. Cincinnati needs to beat BYU next week. Yes, they do. I only had 3 kids come by on Halloween. I literally could have gave them each a bag of candy. That's wild. All right, they're dumping it down. That's Dickey, who's going to pick up the first down. Down near the 30 of BYU. Dude, I think that's a combination of just like, I guess my generation or the older generation. Not a lot of people decorated. And normally my neighborhood's really good about decorating. And they had a few, Virgil drop in the slant. That would have been an easy first. But like, you don't see a lot of Halloween decorations. I didn't see a ton of people. I mean, there was a good amount of people running around. But like back in my day, dude, there were kids all over the place, man, in the neighborhood. I think it's a combination of just like, man, the newer generations being lazy as hell. Hand off to Dickey, who's got the outside corner, out past the 20. I think Morin could be a mid-round 2, early day 3 guy. I don't see that. I could see him on day 3. I don't know, but I ain't taking him day 2. Do you decorate your house for Halloween? I only had lights out. Next year, I'm going to do it much bigger. But I decorate the hell out of my house for Christmas. I love Christmas. The Christmas season started the minute Halloween ended. Oh, we got okay, never mind. Throws the ball out of bounds over the head of, was that Virgil? Or was that Douglas? Back in the day, they put razor blades in your candy. Yeah, and we still ate them. Younger generations are just stuck on their technology. I mean, I get it, dude. Technology is very, very alluring. It's hard to pull yourself away from, whether it's a good video game or just getting your eyes out of your phone and doom scrolling. I get it. Here comes pressure, but he gets it out quick, gets it to Aiken, who is gonna be pushed past the first down inside the 10. No, they're gonna mark him. They're gonna mark him like a foot short. Do you have your tree up yet? Dude, my tree was up in October. And we made it a Halloween tree. We put like a sheet over it. So it was like a ghost. It had a witch hat on. It was funny. And Williams, nice spin. Oh, tripped up right before he gets into the end zone, down to about the 2.5-yard line. Oh, you're one of those, let's skip Thanksgiving. No, why would I skip Thanksgiving? It's a part of the Christmas season. Thanksgiving's awesome. You got it. You got it. You got it mixed up, bro. Thanksgiving's an amazing holiday. I love Thanksgiving. I love football. I love Turkey Bowl. I love turkey. It's a great part of the Christmas season. I'm sorry. Thanksgiving, have better decorations. I love the lights. I love the decor of Christmas. So much that I want to see it for 2 months. And even maybe even for parts of the month of January. There are flags down. Well, there goes the coffee. Yeah, Eric, that's all I'm saying, dude. I like to start the Christmas season right after Halloween. Illegal substitution on BYU. Oh no. I love Christmas music, dude. I can listen to Christmas music any freaking day of the year. Favorite Thanksgiving song? Thanksgiving Day song? Oh, dude, I don't know how it goes. I don't know what it's called, but it's like one greens, beans. What was that song? Oh, Dickey into the end zone, touchdown. Thanksgiving Day song. I want greens. No, not green eggs and ham. Greens, beans, tomatoes. Like I forgot how the song goes. It's that grandma rap song. I want beans, greens, potatoes, whatever. Oh, it's called You Name It. I think it was by some pastor or some. No, it was just some lady in a choir. I don't know. That song slapped. That's my Thanksgiving Day song. All right, we got a 26-0 ball game here. You a Hallmark movie guy? Not really. I know what Christmas movies I like. Do you like watching Grunk Ball? I have no idea what Grunk Ball is. Favorite Christmas movie? You like Jingle All the Way? Good movie. By the way, forgot to celebrate the Red Raiders touchdown. Such a blowout. Jingle All the Way is fun. It's a good movie. I think Elf is the best Christmas movie of all time. Hot take? I don't think so. It's good. I think the new Grinch is a really good movie. I have kids, so I think it's a really good movie. My wife likes. Is it Christmas Story? The one with the kid that wanted the rifle. It's a real old movie. That's the thing. It's a good movie for its time. It's not my cup of tea. I could watch it once and be happy about it. Dude, Daddy's Home 2, low key, great Christmas movie. Christmas with the Cranks is fun. I think that's one of my wife's favorite movies as well. Well, what's your take on the Miami Dolphins? They suck. I mean, I don't know if they're going to fire Mike McDaniel. That's kind of the next question. That one I could go either way on. I know we got Tua at least for one more year. I think we solved I think we did the thing that we needed to do most, and that was fire Chris Greer. That's what we had to do. That we've been needing to do that for so long. And now that we've done that, we can start this mini little rebuild. I make a Thanksgiving song called Stuff in My Face and Watching Football. That's right. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes remix. Let's go. By the way, sorry for ghost watching. Been hella focused on Louisville women's soccer playoff game. Hey, you're all good, Captain Spartan. It's all fine. If you're just viewing and not chatting, that's okay. You can do that. You can do that. I get it. Sometimes I don't want to talk either. Bro, are you kidding? The minute I end these streams, I shut down. I'm a man of few words after. Where Kirio says, wait, that reminds me, where has Gronk been? Doesn't he normally do college pregame? I have no idea. I mean, I know he does normally, but hasn't he done, he does NFL more. That's where the whole Emeka Big meme became a thing. The most underrated Christmas movie is Four Christmases. I don't think I've seen Four Christmases. Will the Jets rebuild before the Dolphins? They've already started, my friend. The Dolphins haven't. Emeka Big dude, freaking Gronk, bro. National treasure, by the way. Gronkowski. Living out my fantasy. Y'all clown me for pronunciations. You go listen to some of the things Gronk comes out Gronk's mouth. Y'all want to clown me? They have a head start, but will they rebuild successfully first? Probably, because I don't think we could really. Oh, here comes the sack. No, what a dump off. Gets it to number 20 for a little gain. I mean, the Dolphins, if Tua turns around within a year, then I mean, is that a catch? They're calling it a catch. What a catch on the sideline there by Roberts. They have a head start. It depends how Tua looks in 2026. Because then it's like, okay, it's not a mini rebuild. This is a full rebuild. We need a new quarterback. That's kind of what we have to answer. Oh, Brockmeyer hit as he throws, gets it to Kingston, though, who's inside the Red Raider 40. Lions need to trade for an edge rusher and offensive lineman at the trade deadline. Trade deadline has passed, my friend. Welcome to the world. Welcome to this week. You got Iowa or Oregon today? I got the under. That's what I got. BYU waited this long. Start moving on offense. They waited this long to actually start slinging the football. I think Oregon probably wins, but I wouldn't bet that game. I'm only betting the under because the weather sucks. Yeah, it was pretty big trade deadline this year. And it was all thanks to the New York Jets. You thank your Jets friends, your friends who are fans of the Jets, you thank them. Because without Sauce or Quentin Williams getting traded. Trade deadline would have been poo-poo. All right, 1st and 10 here from the 18. Handoff. Nope. Bachmeier's going to hold on to it and pick up maybe a yard. As a Texans fan, I can't thank them. Then you're just petty, and I could appreciate that. I'm a Dolphins fan. Thanks for the content, New York Jets. I appreciate it. Do I want to say it? No. But I'm willing to. Dumps it off to LJ Martin, who's inside the 10 now. 1st and goal. Sauce is in the division now. Hey, I mean, to be fair, I think the Texans have bigger worries than what the Colts are doing. I think they need to worry about that offensive line. Brockmeyer, touchdown, Chase Roberts. Do you think the top tackle could fall to Houston? Probably. The question is, with this tackle class, who are going to be guards and who are going to be tackles? That's the problem. Yeah, no, the Bengals are cooked. They're a poorly ran organization. And they're going to be going for 2 here. Uh-oh, BYU. I think they're looking to ruin the spread. They're looking to ruin people's day here. And there it is. 2-point conversion. There's a flag, illegal pick route, I think. We are 30 minutes away from Missouri, Texas A&M. I will be watching Iowa, Oregon on the phone skis. So Penn State's down 3. Just got to pick. Golly. Well, I guess it's time I turn on the Penn State Indiana game then, huh? All right, pulling up. Wow, 20-17, dude. Look at Penn State covering today, dude. For now, there's 10 minutes left in that ball game. Yeah, 15-yard penalty on an extra point. That's kind of nuts. That's gonna be now officially be a PAT rather than a 2-point conversion. 2nd and 12 for the Nittany Lions. Fake the handoff. Quarterback dumps it off to, I believe that's the tight end there. Probably Dinkins. No. We got Eric. He says, even with this being a weak class, I can see Mendoza, more Mateer, Simpson, and maybe even Stockton being at least early 2-round guys. Stockton's firmly a day 3 guy. He might have a few better traits than a Stetson Bennett, but he is very Stetson Bennett-like quarterback. I feel like Mateer's going to return unless he gets healthy and has a really hot end of the season. Do I think Dante Moore and Mendoza do come out? I think Mendoza is probably coming out. Dante Moore, I think it could go either way, but he probably returns. But that one I'm still like in the air about. Dude, Penn State's moving. They're driving. Holy moly. Can you imagine if Penn State wins? Kirito, you're really mad about the review here. I get it. I get it. Eating a lot of time. All right, pass interference. Let's get the field goal unit out here. All right, here comes the PAT, and it is good. 26-7. Watch out, it's a 19-point game. Number one overall pick predictions. It's a quarterback. Insert quarterback. Dante Moore, Fernando Mendoza. If you're picking at one and need a quarterback, you're going to reach, even if you don't think the class is good. No, that's not fair. That's not true. Even if you don't think the class is elite, it's a good class. It's a fine class. It's okay. Do you think TCU or Cincinnati have chances to upset BYU? Yeah, absolutely. TCU is a good team. Cincinnati is a good team. Am I gonna bet those games? No, I don't bet. I don't bet BYU games. Oh, what the hell is this? Look at Nicholas Singleton making people miss. Of course he does it because it's after the catch. Penn State just took the lead, by the way. H2H matters the most when head-to-head matters the most when competing to get into the conference championship game, right? Yes, head-to-heads will matter in that case. So if BYU and Utah both have 2 losses, BYU gets in, correct? Yes. Why don't I bet BYU games? Because I'm always on the wrong side. Doesn't matter if I bet for BYU or if I bet for stinking bet against them. I always end up on the other side. How's Hudson look so far? No idea. I have just turned on the Penn State game. Dude. Thank you for not betting this game. Yeah, because Kieran, I would have gone with Texas Tech with the points. Dude, Indiana getting an upset today would be nuts. Honestly, and if Penn State does that, that helps out Oregon a ton. Not only does Indiana get their first loss of the season, but suddenly that Penn State win in Happy Valley looks a lot better. Because I think based on the college football committee, their first power rankings, it looks like they really don't think Oregon has any solid wins. And I think that Penn State win in Happy Valley was a good win. At that time, Penn State was undefeated. You can make a case that Oregon got James Franklin fired because that was the domino. That was the first initial domino that caused the fall. Dog, before the Arizona State game, I was taking Tech with the points every game, but now I get nervous taking them. That's fair. Oh, they get a little pooch kick here. And Texas Tech falls on it at about their 28. We'll do a scoreboard, see. Yeah, Kierda, I'm kind of worried about. I mean, this is. I don't know, man. Like the Texas Tech offense, has it seen better days? Sure. But BYU's got a good defense here. Yeah, I mean, now they're just looking to run the timeout. I'm shocked Julia lost in the squash match. Do you think she's hurt? I don't know. I think they just want to get the belt on Chelsea Green so she would be a double champ with Ethan Page. And I mean, they made Chelsea Green cheat to do it, assuming it keeps Julia strong, but I was kind of shocked because I turned my head. I was on my phone watching it last night, and I was like, what? The match is over? What the heck happened? Because I thought it was just going to be a squash, too. But I think they had Ethan Page in the audience. I think they wanted to make her a double champion, much like Ethan Page is. So, since they both hold like the AAA mixed tag team titles. All right, third down and quite a bit. About 8 yards to go, 9 yards. Morton dropping back, going deep, and it's almost intercepted. Should have been intercepted. And that's why he plays corner and not wide receiver. I thought it was a good read, just underthrown. Don't look now. BYU better get the ball back. How far does Indiana drop if they lose today? That's a good question. I would imagine you drop them past Oregon. I don't think they fall out of the top 10. But now all these SEC teams are going to be ahead of them. So, yeah, I see Mendoza's driving. That was a nice throw to the tight end there. And then they get a handoff. I wonder how the run game's been for Indiana today. All right, let's take a gander at this real quick. Let's take a look at the rankings because Oregon's currently at 9. They're at 6 in the AP. So I guess let's go by the AP rankings. Okay, you know what? No, let's go with the power rankings. You drop them past Oregon. Oregon has but I mean Indiana has the head-to-head. So you keep them ahead of Oregon. But you drop them past A&M, you drop them past Bama, Georgia, and Ole Miss. BYU is going to drop. I think you keep you put Texas Tech ahead of them, maybe. So I think they're either going to be at 7 or 8. No, wait, hold on. No, 6 or 7. I think they're going to be at 6 or 7. in front of Oregon and maybe in front of Texas Tech, or Texas Tech gets put in front of them. When it comes to the actual AP, I mean, I don't know how you could put Oregon ahead of them. You have Oregon at 6. So you drop them to maybe 6 after the loss. Oregon drops to 7, or no, Oregon 1 drop. So maybe you drop Indiana to 5. Oregon stays at 6. But when it comes to the college football playoffs power rankings, you are probably putting them you're putting them in front of Oregon, maybe in front of Texas Tech, which with A&M at 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would be either 6 or 7. So that's where I would probably drop Indiana. 6, 7, 6, 7. I still don't get that meme. It sounds ridiculous. You don't think Texas Tech moves up at all after this win? I would have Tech in the top 5. I'm not putting Tech ahead of the 1-loss SEC teams. I mean, let's go back to it. Brockmeyer missing on first down. Because, like, okay, if Indiana loses today, then A&M moves to 2, Bama moves to 3, Georgia moves to 4, and then I would have Ole Miss at 6. So I would have Ole Miss at 5. So Texas Tech would be at 6. And again, it depends on if you want Indiana ahead of them or not. I don't think you have Oregon ahead of Texas Tech. So yeah, looking at the 1-loss SEC teams, Bama's loss was in the season opener against Florida State. Not a great loss, but you could argue radically different team since the season opener. They have been. They've ripped off a lot of ranked wins. Georgia lost to Bama. They have plenty of ranked wins. Ole Miss kind of in a similar bucket with what their loss was Georgia, but they have wins over Oklahoma and such. Yeah, I'm not putting those teams below Texas Tech. You would have Ohio State, A&M, Alabama, Texas Tech, Georgia. How do you have Texas Tech ahead of Georgia and Ole Miss? Riddle me that, Batman. All right, we got a 2nd and 10 here for BYU. Oh, no, it's 4th and 8. I said 2nd and 10. Bachmeier on 4th down, dumping it down to the running back, Rex, I believe, who is short. Turnover on downs for the Red Raiders. Texas Tech lost only because they had their backup quarterback, who was very nice in the Utah game. Ole Miss, they had a close game against Wazoo. So what? They beat Oklahoma. That's honestly a better win than I would say anything Texas Tech has done this year. They beat LSU. Let's take a look. Ole Miss schedule. Their loss is a way better loss than yours. They lost to Georgia, which I don't know how you rank Texas Tech ahead of Georgia. But I mean, yeah, Ole Miss, they've had some banger wins too. Yeah. I mean, beating Oklahoma, barely losing to Georgia, beating LSU, demolishing Tulane, which, hey, I get it, it's Tulane, but they're still one of the better group of 5 schools. How you perform against your competition matters. Yeah, it does. And Ole Miss has been consistently beating the SEC, and they've beaten good SEC teams. Let's take a look at Texas Tech and how they performed against their competition. Oh, you pounded Oklahoma State. Congratulations. You've joined everyone in college football. Beating Kansas State, who's kind of been a demoralized team, though I would argue they were on a run coming into that game. But still not an impressive win. Arizona State loss kind of sucks, but is what it is. Pounded Kansas, but Kansas is a 4-loss squad. Pounded Houston, but not many people believe in Houston. The Utah game, that's what you're hanging your hat on. And Ole Miss has a better win. They have a better win. They have a better loss. I don't know what I don't see your point. I don't see your case. Texas Tech is playing better ball than Georgia. Georgia is demolishing Mississippi State, who has played a lot of close games this year. They beat Ole Miss, gave Ole Miss their only loss this season. They lost at the wire to, granted, Bama controlled much of that game, but it was still a 1-score loss. BYU, who's undefeated, who has been scrutinized for having a very easy schedule at the beginning of the year, with really the only win they can hang their hat on being Utah. Who Texas Tech already beat. I don't think this BYU win is a good enough win to. It's not a better win than Oklahoma, unfortunately. It's not a better win than Ole Miss in Georgia's case. I just wouldn't do it. Texas Tech beat Utah with Will Hammond. Will Hammond came in that game when I believe they were already up 2 scores. Now, he played really well in that game, don't get it wrong. But Texas Tech beating Utah with the backup quarterback for a majority of that game, that's not going to really sway me on Texas Tech. Bro, we could look at the playoff committee and where they were ranking Texas Tech going into this game. This game, them winning's not changing anything. Where do they have y'all ranked right now? 8. And I mean, the win, what it will do, it'll bump y'all ahead of BYU because you just beat them. If Indiana loses, I think you have a great case to jump Indiana. But the college football playoff committee has already came out this previous week and said Ole Miss, Georgia, and Bama, those 1-loss schools, we want them higher. They are higher than you, Texas Tech. Sorry, not sorry. I don't think beating BYU means you pole vault those other teams. I just don't. Oh man, yeah, it kind of feels like BYU's given up on this game. They're still running the football a lot. Oh no. That's a live ball. Brockmeyer sacked. I think that was Lee Hunter with the sack, and I think David Bailey picked up the football. Brockmeyer definitely threw that backwards. Oh, and it was Jacob Rodriguez who came up with the football. David Bailey was in the area. They have a hard for the SEC, that committee. They do. But I mean, to be fair, I mean, if you're going to ask yourself honestly, who's the best conference in college football? It's the SEC. And I'm always battling against the SEC, but they are the best conference in college football. Don't even get me on like, oh, you're an SEC homer. Because I fought for Florida State being in the college football playoff against Alabama, and people snickered and were like, oh no, they're not good enough. They lost their quarterback. Who cares? They got freaking 21 other starters on that team. They finished the year undefeated. They deserve to be in the playoff. I don't even want to hear I'm an SEC homer because that's not true. Dude, Jacob Rodriguez, that's the thing. Typically forced fumbles, fumble recoveries, that's a very fluky, lucky stat. When you do it that often, you kind of throw that out the window. Be like, no, he's just good at this. Broshmo, who's your MCU GOAT superhero? It's Spider-Man. Spider-Man 100%. But hopefully you understand, Kirito. I'm rooting for Texas Tech. I love Texas Tech. But realistically, I don't think this win's not good enough to bump them ahead of Bama, Georgia, Ole Miss. It's just not. If you want to bump them ahead of Indiana if they lose this game against Penn State, I'm cool with that. Nice, Tulip. Look at you dropping all these cool edits. That's dope. Yeah, no, I've loved Spider-Man since the old cartoon back in the day. He's been my guy. When it comes to DC, I love Wally West Flash, but I'm a Batman guy. Come on, it's Batman. Batman's freaking amazing. Best villains, rogues gallery. He's just a great character. Yeah, Spidey's a goat. Mendoza's taking sacks. Yeah, but he just threw a nice pass to Omar Cooper. Dude, I freaking love Omar Cooper. Yeah. I'm switching my focus now to this Penn State Indiana game. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to switch to that game now on my actual monitor rather than watching it from my phone. Venom last movie was good. That's what I heard. Dang, Max, thank you. Hey, let's ring a bell for Max real quick. Just purchased himself the draft guide. I'll get you hooked up after we end the stream here. We will be popping back up for Missouri, Texas A&M. Mendoza gets it out there to DJ Williams. They're moving. They need a touchdown, mind you. Oh, man, what the heck? They're Morton tripping. What? All right. Indiana, they're at their own 47, 1st and 10. Dropping back. Here comes the pressure. He's going deep and just overthrows Omar Cooper, who was open. Are you more Marvel or DC? I like the DC animated universe. It's far better than anything Marvel's ever ever done, animation wise. But the MCU is so much better than DC, unfortunately. Unfortunately. I do think DC has a better collection of heroes and villains. Like Justice League, all-time goated show of all time. Justice League Unlimited. Over the middle. Was that the tight end? The H-back? Big 21-yard gain. And they're moving. Jerry, I do think Mateer should return. Is there a timeout? Oh, okay. Never mind. They're blowing it dead. They're waiting for defensive substitutions. Broshmo, do you watch anime at all? Yo, bro. Right here. Here. Can I go to full screen real quick? But you can see it via here. Dude, Trigun, bro. It's one of my favorite anime and manga of all time. Freaking love anime, dude. Mendoza, pressure, throws it out. What a catch! I don't know if he was in bounds. They're calling it catch. Oh, man. Oh my gosh. Indiana, go to drive right now. DBZ's dope. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z. That's a good starter if you are a child, not a child, but if you're young, if you're like in your middle school, high school years, that's a good starter anime to get you going. Urgh. Stone Harrington's having a good day. Good for him. Webtoons are my life, dude. Dude, Korean, I forgot what they call Korean manga. Some of those suckers slap, bro. I say unfortunately. I feel like I've been in a dry spell of manga recently because you had a couple of good ones end. My Hero Academia, Demon Hunter, or Demon Slayer. Yeah, that's right. I watched K-pop Demon Hunter. My kids love it. I have 2 little girls. They love it. Manhwa. That's what it's called. But oh gosh, I lost where I was at. But you also had like Chainsaw. Well, no, Chainsaw Man Volume 2 just started up. No, it was Jujutsu Kaisen. Those all kind of ended. And I was like, man, I don't know really what to read anymore. I've gotten into romance anime, like slice of life stuff. Oh my, or manga. Golly, bro. Oh, this Indiana game's insane. Straight up, dude. Mendoza's a bit, dude. He's made some monster throws on this drive. Penn State keeps showing and bringing blitz. Oh, ball looked like it got tipped. So it's going to be 2nd and goal. I'm currently making a Naruto edit while watching the stream. Nice. Naruto's a good. It's a good manga. I won't read it. I won't watch it just because it's so freaking long. I'll go back and watch some of the fight scenes and the emotional stuff, but it was solid for what it was. Oh man, there's all kinds of chaos going on. They whistle it dead. Like Penn State's defense was freaking all over the place. It literally, their defense looked like you turn, like you're walking to your kitchen, it's dark at night, you turn on the light and cockroaches just scurry everywhere and you're like, what the heck? That's what the defense just looked like. They call a timeout. Good timeout. You need to check out Charlie Becker. Insane catches all day. Really? Oh. Let's see what year player he is. Charlie, is it Becker? Indiana. Oh, he's a sophomore? Is he a true sophomore? It looks like he's a true sophomore. Yeah, he's from the 2024 recruiting class. I'll watch you next year. I'll watch you next year, Mr. Becker. All right, here comes 2nd and goal. Penn State. They must have been stacking this line all day with these mug fronts. Oh, no, and they bring the pressure. Mendoza gets it out. Gets hit as he throws. The ball comes out as a duck, but falls to the ground innocently. Dude, they legit sent the house. Mendoza had to get that out a little earlier. All right, 3rd and goal. Remember, guys, let me actually, I need to make sure y'all on the YouTube get redirected to the next stream because we will be going there almost immediately. Mendoza dropping back. Here comes the pressure again. He has to throw it in the back of the end zone. Oh, what a catch. And they call a touchdown. Was that Cooper? It was Omar Cooper. He's a freaking stud, dude. I need to move Cooper up. I freaking love Omar Cooper's my guy. They're going to review it. There wasn't a lot of room to get his foot down because he got pushed. Oh my God, he got it down! Oh my gosh! That's insane! All right, this is a better angle. Oh, I thought it was a better angle. He got it down. That's a touchdown. Freaking love Omar Cooper. Such a yak guy, too. He's all right, while they review this, I'm going to hook up Max with the draft guide real quick. Then you could go look at my big Omar Cooper love. I just did the wide receiver video at the beginning of this week talking about how much I love me Cooper. Oh my gosh, Omar Cooper. All right, there you go, Max. You should be hooked up. Yeah, I'm so happy we switched over. Jeez. Yeah, that is a Broshmo, my guy. Honestly, if you're a wide receiver with a lot of forced missed tackles, you're my guy. Ah, it's official touchdown. All right, so just off of like you're riding the hype now. Do you go for the 2-point conversion to force them to have to drive down the field and get a touchdown? Do you feel that confident in your defense, which has apparently been a little squishy today? No, you just take the PAT. You take the PAT and you're like, get in field goal range and try to win it that way. Dude, what a freaking catch. Saying crying question mark? I'm not crying. I could put it in the eye drops though. I could put it in the eye drops. Got to keep my eyes nice and hydrated. Ah. It's so beautiful. What a beautiful catch. Oh. No, I've been having to take better care of my eyes, man. My eyes had a rough go a couple of weeks ago, so. Oh, Mendoza was crying? He should be. He should be crying. Golly. All right. After this Penn State game wraps up, we will be moving to A&M, Missouri. Here, I want to take a quick look at other scoreboards real quick. Anything notable? Hey, there you go, Missouri State. I mean, Mississippi State didn't cover. To hell with them. What was the final score of the Mississippi State game? Probably like 38-14 or something. 41-21. Woof. All right, tight end gets out of bounds. Who is currently playing quarterback now for Penn State? Grunkemeyer. Okay, is that where the Grunk references were earlier? Is that what that meant? Gronkmeyer dropping back. Here comes the pressure. Throws this one up and out of bounds. Let's go, Mizzou. Texas Tech victory formation. Good. All right, 24 seconds left on the actual game clock. Gronkmeyer going over the middle. Is that Pena? The clock will stop. They're down at about the 46, 47. Oh, Penn State actually using their last timeout. Ooh. Probably would want to hold on to the timeout, just spike it. Ideally, you're using the timeout once you get in field goal position. Oh, man. I'm not crying. I just put in those. What do they call them? Eye drops. Let's just call it eye drops. Just put it in the eye drops. Broshmo, you should rip some Bowman Chrome University boxes. I don't know what those are. College football cards? I never got into like collecting sports cards. Oh, is there an offsides? No. Yep, there's a flag. Free play. That's out of bounds, but it was a free play. So they're going to get time back on the clock along with a 5-yard penalty. I was into collecting Pokemon cards back when I was a child. I was into playing Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a child. But no, I don't collect cards so much anymore. Several teams with multiple first rounders this draft. Do we see any with both the rookie and defensive player of the year again? I mean, that's kind of tough to do. I mean, the Jets are probably your best scenario because it looks like teams with those multiple first rounders will probably stick to one side of the football. Oh, he overthrows. Was that Hudson? No, that was Ross. Ross was open and he overthrew him. 9 seconds to go. Magic the Gathering was fun. I never got into it as a card game. It was too. I mean, I think I could probably appreciate it now, but it just starts out too slow for me. Dang, Kirito. Out here, room for Penn State. Gronkmeyer dropping. He's going to run it. No, he throws it behind Singleton. What a terrible decision. Where are these quick out routes, quick routes toward the sideline? Oh no, might be backwards pass, which means that tick, 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 bye-bye clock. No, they're going to give him one last play. Here comes the pressure. And he's throwing this one in the end zone. It's not a bad arm. Having to set real quick and just throw it. Oh, dude. Freaking Aiden Fisher's a goat, dude. Picks up the opposing team's quarterback. It's like, hey, hell of a game. Hell yeah. I'm not going to lie. This makes Oregon's win in Happy Valley look really good, though. I think this past week, the college football committee really wasn't impressed with that Penn State victory for Oregon. And I think they now look back at this Indiana having to win at the wire. Be like, you know what? Oregon's a good team. Let's quit screwing around here. All right. We're going to end this stream. We're going to move on to the next. Missouri, Texas A&M. I'll be watching Iowa, Oregon on my phone. So join me for that. You should be redirected automatically if you are on the YouTube. So I'll see y'all in about a minute.